One of the most powerful features in Flinto for Mac is the ability to reuse animations that you create in the Behavior Designer or in the Transition Designer. In this document, I have a button press behavior, I have a spinner behavior, and I have a menu behavior. Now these two buttons don't have any behavior, this star doesn't have any behavior, and this is going to be another menu and it's not currently set up either. So I want to reuse my existing behaviors to bring these other things to life. So we'll start with this star. Remember, behaviors are applied to groups, so I've got the star in a group. There's a single star layer inside, and with the group selected, I'll choose Add Behavior in the inspector, and then choose Spin, which is the behavior I'd like to apply to the star. Now back in the preview, the star is spinning with that same behavior, so it's nice not to have to recreate that animation. And if I go in and edit this spin behavior, the edits will apply to both of these. All right, now let's do these buttons. So each of the buttons is in a group. I'll select both of those groups, choose Add Behavior, and I'll choose Button Bounce. Back in the preview, you can see the buttons work now too. Now I'm going to go in and edit the behavior on this button. And I just want to show you that this is a really simple case where there's a single layer and a single tag. If you don't know about these animation tags, you should watch our video on reusable transitions on our website. I'll link to it in the description of this video. When there's a single tag and a single layer, the tag will get applied to the layer no matter what. In more complex transitions and behaviors, the tags get assigned to layers with matching names. But in the case of a single tag and a single layer, there's a special case that makes it easier to set those up. All right, let's look at one of those more complicated examples. I've got this menu behavior. If I go in and edit it, you can see there's a tag called button and a tag called panel. All right, I'm exiting out of this, and let's see what we've got here. This is the other menu that I want to set up using the same behavior, and I've got a layer called panel, and the other layer is called rectangle 2. So that button tag's not going to match here. Well, let's try it. I'm going to select the group, go to Add Behavior, and choose Menu. And I'll go into the preview just to show you that this isn't working. So if you assign a behavior, you try and reuse it, and it doesn't work, it's probably because you need to check out the tag assignment. So I'm going to select the group around that menu and edit the behavior, and sure enough, the button tag didn't get applied to any of the layers because the tag name doesn't match the layer name. So in that case, you just drag it onto the layer you want to assign it to, and now that tells Flinto that the button is this layer, and that should be the layer that switches to the other state. Now if I go back to the preview, it works. So that can be a huge time saver that you can create a behavior once and use it throughout your prototype, and especially when you go back to make a tweak to it, those tweaks apply everywhere. Now if you're a little shaky on the concept of these animation tags, again, there's a tutorial video on our site about reusing transitions that goes into more detail, and I'm linking to it in the description of this video. I'll also link to the part of the Flinto documentation that goes into a lot of detail about reusable animations, behaviors, transitions, and the animation tags as well.